You matter more than your output. Probably like, what do you mean by that? I mean, listen, a lot like we live in a society where we're so like output oriented, right? The only thing that makes you feel like you're special is what you do in this world, your skill sets, and you know how much money you can make for the 1% businesses out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are so like fixated on what they can do, what their skill sets, right? But I'm here to tell you that you're more than your skill sets. You're more than what you can do, right? Your character matters the most. Who you are is more important than what you can do in this world because who you are is just that's way more special. It's way more fulfilling. So I think a lot of people nowadays need to be more in tune with themselves. Let me just sit down. Ugh, I don't feel like walking back and forth. A lot of people need to be more in tune with themselves. They need to, you know, put their ego aside and realize that yeah, you can do, you can work more. You can have a greater output, but if your mentality, if your character set is not right, then that doesn't matter because you're neglecting yourself. Right? When you neglect yourself, you're neglecting who you are. And when you neglect who you are, you have no passion. You have no creativity. Right? You have no vision, no passion. And like I said, this society, all it wants you to do is work, 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 output, 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 output. There's something wrong with working, but it comes to a point where you're not working for yourself. You're working for the next person. You're working to damn near be a slave, right? You're not being in tune with yourself because everything always goes back to yourself. Every single video I make, I'm always pushing back to yourself because to you is what matters. There's nothing else in this world that matters but yourself. So if you feel like you're doing something and you're not getting anything from it, it's because there's no reason behind it. There's no why. It's probably because it doesn't align with you. So you feel like you've been like, oh, I've been grinding for so long. I've been doing this for so long. It's because you've been lying to yourself. You've been lying to yourself that this is what you really want to do, but you know deep down you want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Um, this is why I like doing YouTube videos. Always, if I knew deep down that if I was to put so much output into something else, I would be lying to myself. Because I know deep down I want to do YouTube. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to do all these videos, right? Because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to the camera. I enjoy, giving this type of information to people. You know, what I mean? I like making people happy. I like giving inspiration to to the next person, right? That's just what I like doing. So for me to put so much output into something else, that would be basically just I'm just basically sabotaging myself, right? So that's why I always go back and say you're more than your output because if you can just take 10 steps back, you can make so much more progress because you just got to slow down. You got to just realize that I'm doing so much for so little back in return, right? Your ROI is so low. Your return of investment is so low. You need a better investment in yourself. Output matters, but input matters too, right? What are you feeding yourself? What type of information are you giving yourself? What type of mentality do you have? These are the questions you need to ask yourself because this is what matters. This is what matters in life. Um, we're judged on everything we do in this world. We're judged on how sufficient we can do the work, how much like how many days a week we're gonna be there to do the work. We're just judged on so much of our output that it's like our input doesn't matter, right? And I don't want you guys to fall for that trap. I don't want you guys to think that like you're just all you are is your output. All you are is just your who like you just all you are is your work. That's not true. That's not true. There's really more to life than just work. There's more to life than anything else. So I definitely want y'all to just take that information, and really just understand what I'm saying, because a lot of people can really be so fixated on work, output. No, bro, that's a trap. That's a trap. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace out.